Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Talkie Sweeties.
We're two longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lens, which can be, it can be chilly, and it can be comfy, and it could be warm, and it can be fiery, and it can be nipply, and it can be sweaty. But at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. Hi.
Hi. So today we're talking about 90 Day Fiancé UK season 3 or series 3, episode 5.
Get it right.
Alrighty.
Get it right. They don't say that's their word for, you know, season. It's series.
Yeah.
It's how you say season in British.
They've got different words that they
hmm
use.
Yeah, they use the word flat instead of apartment. And
Mm-hmm,
you'll
mm-hmm,
die when you
mm-hmm.
hear what they call a cigarette.
Mm. Yeah, this episode, I feel like it's just really it's good. Like I it's like the US one wants the most salacious and outrageous and they want to sharp us, but these producers, it's not Matt Sharp. So the Matt Sharp folks do not produce the UK one.
hmm
It's UK producers.
hmm
And so it feels like it's done with a little bit more integrity. It feels like
Yes.
maybe what season 1 of the original docuseries, like because right now in the US, 90 Day Fiance is a reality show. When it started, it was a docuseries.
hmm
And now it's a reality show. Now, I think it's a docuseries in the UK still.
This feels like it's shot by Duke Matthew Sharpford as opposed to Matt Sharp. You know?
Sharpshire. Sharp
Okay.
Sharpford Shireton.
Yeah. Okay.
Sharpford Shireton. So in this episode, starting out with Jamie and Kathleen, Jamie is disgusting. He is also into some kind of weird kink where he loves knowing that women want to take care of him, even though they don't.
Yes. Yes. I mean, and he's obsessive about it, where
Yeah.
he's just like, he gets on it and he's like, you take to take care of me. And I always like to have people take care of me. They fight over each other. They fight over taking care of me. I love it when they keep fighting over taking care of me. And it's like, oh no, like she really wants you to take care of her.
Yeah.
And she also wants you to kick your mom out of your house, or have your mom kick you out, and you being enough of a man to have your own house, which you won't. Like, you don't know exactly why they live together, but one of those is happening. It's kind of like Colty and Debbie, where we didn't know at first who was hanging on faster to who.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. But I think that Kathleen for me has turned a corner for me. Like I understand her more now last episode and this episode than I did in the very beginning. And
Oh, well, sure, yeah.
yeah. Uh Also, I don't know how old they said she was. I think what, 47? I don't remember. But she looks
No,
good.
no, I think she's supposed to. They said younger, not 47. They pinned her to be somewhere like 37, which is why she. Anyway, so she's putting
Oh well,
sunblock. Yeah,
she
yeah.
looks terrible for 37, but she
That's
looks
but
great for 47.
Yeah, and she
Um
looks really great for 57.
yeah, she's
Um,
52 is what it is. She's 52.
yeah.
I see Nui and I'm like 52. Kathleen is 52. Now, she looks great. And I love the way that she's able to like truly like express herself because Jamie is such a knob.
Oh, you know what? He is the definition of a knob. You're absolutely right.
Mhm. Yeah, he's a
Let's
knob.
get Claire in here. He's a knob. So she's putting sunblock on him, and he loves that because he wants her to, bend over backwards and do everything for him. And he's like so happy that he found a Filipina to take care of him. And then she's like, "Well, what the fuck are you gonna do for me? And what have you done for me lately?" He's like, "I just love to buy you things, take you
Dun dun
places.
dun. Dun.
What have you done for me lately?"
Mhm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh,
Ooh,
ooh
yeah.
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 No.
So he's like, "Oh, I calling you all the time, love, and I take you to restaurants." And then he calls his mom on the
How I
beach.
show my love is all, by telling you you're pretty and like doing little romantic things like getting you flowers and taking you out for nice dinners. And we're just like, if you can't see us, you should join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties because Chris and I are making the exact same face. Um, so yeah, he does call his mom from the beach because mom loves the beach. So I'm just gonna call her so she can see the beach that I'm sitting at right now in front of Kathleen. And Kathleen with her like tortoiseshell Ray-Bans are just kind of like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Kathleen does not say one meepity moppity moop because she doesn't like that mom. She like knows the mom is spelling trouble. She's like, why are you calling your mom the same mom you live with? You see all goddamn time. You're here with me right now. You're still like, Mom, look, a beach. She's seen a beach. She's been here on God's green earth much longer than you. Like, he, by the way, everybody's just like, hey, mom. Anyway, God bless. So she does feel awkward. You said that she had a lovely dress on. She
That
did.
dress
It was kind
was
of like
great.
brown. It was kind of
Yeah.
like, it kind of gave me like Pretty Woman at the braces kind of dress,
Yeah.
like that
It
kind
was
of,
a pattern brown and white or brown and cream, like strappy,
yeah.
beautiful dress.
Then they meet up with her friends. Remember, they're in Cyprus. So, like, it's Cyprus is like half Greek, half like even more like Middle Eastern Turkish. It's like all of that combined on a beautiful island. I kind of really want to go. So, she has all her friends, including her friend Marietta. Now, all her friends know that this asshole who, like, God bless, is beyond that he would like bring anyone around. This asshole cheated on her. And the way he cheated was with her other friend. So, he's the dumbest. And they know that. And so they're also like, Kathleen, what the fuck are you doing with him? And
Mm-hmm.
so Marietta specifically just is like, can't even look at him. Just like,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm,
Mm-mm.
mm.
Dirty eyes, someone said.
She did. She says these exact words. Kathleen looks at Marietta. They have some time after by themselves where Marietta starts to cry. And that's when Kathleen asks, you look a dirty eyes. And it's because not that she's crying, but that she's giving her these like stank eyes,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
giving him stank eyes. And she is. And Marietta also, I will just say this, it's a little too much, girl, because if you really have a friend that just keeps making bad choice or after romantic bad choice, you can't get that emotionally involved where you're like crying over it,
Yeah.
especially if you're all there and she's introducing you to him again.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, like
Mm-hmm.
let her do what she's gonna do. Just sit
Mm-hmm.
there and like get the free drink.
Mm-hmm.
When she was crying,
Yeah.
I was like, "No, girl, too much. Just what do you got to live your life?" And they're like, "Don't be so. You can't be that emotionally invested."
Oh, here's a pro tip for all of you guys who listen to us. Okay. If
Mhm.
you go to Vegas or Tennessee or anywhere where brides go, you need to wear a bridal like thing. You need to just dress like you're the bride. One person in your party needs to dress like you're a bride so that y'all can get free shots. My friend
Mm.
Cash was in Vegas last weekend and she was like, hey, pro tip, they will give you shots if they find out you're a bride to be. I was like, thank you. Good to know. So, pro tip, if y'all have a girl strip, someone just bring a white like sundress and a sash and a crown. And you don't have to wear it the whole time. Just wear it one night when you all want to get fucked up. And people will give you shots. Pro tip. Anyway, so once a cheater, always a cheater. That's how Marietta feels about Jamie. Now it's the next day, and Jamie's like, does Marietta like me? And Kathleen is like, no. Like very much like you should know the answer is no. Why are you asking me?
Did you see
No,
those eyes? Yeah,
she
she
doesn't
can't
like you.
stand you. Yeah.
So she's like, I'm looking
Can you read
forward to
social
the
cues?
where I'm looking forward to the day where you don't have to doubt about me and you defend me to your friends. Now, when that statement was said, I called my friend Cash because I needed to better understand couples. And I was like, hey, is there ever a time where you're like, hey, spouse, sig other, defend me to your mother? And she's like, no, that's weird. And I said, I thought it was weird too. Like, in what scenario do you need to tell your partner that, please, when your parents and your family talk shit about me, defend me?
I
Because
think
the
there's a
truth
lot of
is,
ones.
if you're there, get
Uh-huh.
out. Go on ahead and get out. Because, like Chris has said in the past, if your family respected you or your family respected your spouse, they would naturally respect you.
Mm.
So if that ever happens, go on ahead and leave that situation. If you are finding yourself having to fight with your man because his mother is always in y'all business, get out. Starring Daniel Kokoa and other people.
Mm-hmm. Williams, Allison Williams. Catherine Keener.
Oh, Catherine Keener. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other guy, the guy that played.
I can't remember his name at all, but definitely Lakeith
Yes.
Stansfield was in it in the
Yeah,
very
no,
beginning.
yeah,
Yeah,
of
he was in
course.
that
Yeah.
too. Mhm.
So it's hard at all.
Daniel
So it's hard.
Kaluuya. I said his name wrong. Kaluuya. Go ahead.
Mm. Okay, so basically that's the end of them. And then move on. So Allie and Sam, honey. So Sam is,
A
you know,
raging bitch. Okay, great. Go ahead.
Sam, listen, looks night and day different when she's wearing makeup, not wearing makeup. She's a transformer, honey, that one. And the power of makeup for sure. She is getting ready to go pack to go, of course, to Turkey. And she's still dealing whether it's is it real? Is he a normal Turkish boy, a typical Turkish boy, which means I guess that he's charming and like a playboy. I'm not quite sure. She says that they both have trust issues, which I really thought at first, Allie made it seem like Sam was the one with all the trust issues.
What's
And
his name?
now, Ali,
His name is Ali, like Muhammad Ali.
I know Ali. I have such auditory issues. Why do I keep calling him Ali? Okay.
Because the way she says it is Ali. And so you're
Ali.
hearing
Okay, that's why.
Ali.
Okay.
But it's actually Ali.
Ali. Okay,
like
well, help me.
Muhammad Ali. Like it's
Okay.
that. It's
Ahli.
Arabic.
Okay. Ahli. Okay, you're right. I just got to get out of it. Okay, so he is back in Turkey and he's like getting the place ready, which of course involves red roses and petals everywhere. And he's like, happy wife, happy life. Like he's 45.
He's like, I don't know why women like this, but I do it for her. I don't care. It's fine. Yeah, he tries to prepare everything for the way that he thinks that she is going to like. And he seems very happy about it. Mainly he's happy because the whole camera crew is here. Like he's never going to be on a camera. Like he's happy about the whole entire situation. He also says that he doesn't trust men because he's a man, and that he's like, if you fall, there's a saying in Turkey, if you fall in love, you must be jealous. And I'm like, Sarper? Like, oh God, I miss Sarper and Shekinah.
You're right.
Much.
Oh my God. Yes, they have this toxic kind of like you can't really care about someone, and someone really doesn't care about you if they're gonna ever allow you to just like go off, do whatever by yourself. They don't care about you then. They don't you live or die if you're with someone else. So that's how you test them.
Toxic. It's so toxic.
So, I know, but it's so specific. You know,
toxic. Yeah. And so he then gets some roses. He goes to the airport. He stands there and he waits for her. And
can I say,
yeah,
he has Anna. His eyes are so wide set; they look like Anya Taylor-Joy's eyes, and he has that? Like really, she's like Furiosa and the girl from the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
And then he has eyebrows like Eugene Levy. So he has those like wide set eyebrows, honey, like gray eyes. And then just like, now the flowers were a beautiful choice because I love eucalyptus. Now, red roses make sense as romantic, but they weren't just red roses. They were like weaved with eucalyptus, which I found to be truly beautiful. I really like eucalyptus. Have I said that already? Yes. So he's there. She gets off the plane, and I will say from the minute that she gets there, she's miserable.
Miserabales.
Yes.
Miserabales. Like that's literally my grandmother told me that I was afflicted with the miserabales. She's like, you're miserable just like your Aunt Lerna. And don't let it overtake you because it runs in our family. Afflicted with the misery. She actually said that to me. She's like, you're miserable. You have the miserabales. I was like, thank you.
Oh my God. That's so funny.
Yeah. She's like, it affects us. Don't have it. And so I do my best not to have the miserabales, but like, I can't help it. Yeah, she is an absolute bitchy asshole. She's an asshole. That's exactly what she is. It's not even a bitchy. She's an absolute asshole. It's like she is trying to get him to break up with her. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, like she's self-sabotaging or wanting like, she's not happy. She's not there when she's happy when she gets there. She's like, just get my bags. I've brought them all the way here. He's like, which I am thinking that he should help her. But I mean, the fact that she wouldn't just like roll one small one is just wild to me.
That, and she's like, I brought it all away from London. Like, girl, like on your back? No, you didn't. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. They get in this big ass van and they have like 4 hours to get to wherever. So this man took 4 hours to get to her. She's a bitch and shitty when she gets off the plane. Then they get in the thing and she's just like nagging him and like, don't touch me. Sit over there. Why do you have more flowers? Like, she's just miserable. And then they wake up the next morning and she's like, he better not be talking to anybody because I think I deserve all his attention because I'm paying for the visa. So like, why wouldn't I have all his attention? And so then he's like touching her hair and she's like, don't touch my hair, I'm not a dog. Okay, bitch.
He's like, okay, well, I know I'm going to take her to this really special restaurant. She'll love it. You know what I'm saying? She'll be really into it. I'll call them. I'll tell them everything has to be perfect or she can be perfect. And so they get there and guess what? She hates it. You know, she hates sitting down. She hates every part of like getting a drink. The food comes and she's disgusted. All she wants is cheese. She sends back the chicken. She spits it out. She keeps saying, oh, what is this? It's disgusting. What is this? It's disgusting. I can't eat this. It's just everything is.
Bravo, Chris. That was fucking good.
I mean, she is just like, it's so loud where you're like, are other people in this restaurant? It's so rude what you're doing, you know?
God. She's like, I can't eat chicken with bone in it. I can't eat chicken wings. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do you eat, bitch? Like, what do you eat? She wants cheese, no olives. Go home.
When she said no olives, I was like,
go home. Get out of here. Go home. You're no longer allowed to be here anymore. And so then like she starts talking about how she's paying $5,000 for the visa and all that shit. So then the next time they go out drinking. And she's like, I'm so glad that Ollie's not here so that I could get ready and I don't have anybody saying me, hurry up, do this, do that. I want to have a good time. I need a drink. And so then they go out. He starts to get ready and she's like, hurry up. And I'm like, didn't you just say you don't want someone telling you to hurry up? So like, why are you doing it to him?
Right.
They're having a great time. They're dancing and, you know, he's giving her all of his attention. They're doing her favorite thing. She goes outside to talk to Sarah, her friend who got played by the Turkish man who was like the warning to her. And he comes outside and he's like, hey, get off the phone. Like, if the truth is that if he were, I hate double standards. If he were on the phone right now, if she would be pissed.
Yeah.
And so like, he's trying to get her to like get off the phone and he's like in the back waving to Sarah and like, you know, she gets mad at that. And she's like, oh, it's time. I want to go home now. So stupid.
She's also kind of mad that he isn't offering to pay her back when he gets to America some part of the 5,000.
The UK.
Oh, sorry, right. To pay back her once he gets to the UK some part of the $5,000 for the visa. He's like, yeah, you're going to pay for it. And she's like, yeah. And then when you get here, you're going to, you know, like pay me back some of the loan. He's like, no, it's our money. Yours is mine or whatever. And she's like pissed about that because one thing everyone's saying is that he's using her to get, you know, a green card. And he obviously very much is like, oh, I want to come to the UK. It's better money. It's better jobs or whatever. And he now gets a free ride there because someone's going to pay for him to get there. And he's not going to even have to pay anything back.
Yeah, but he's saying he would pay for it. He's going to pay for it. And she's like, no, if I had to wait for you to pay for it, you wouldn't be here for years and years. So I'm going to pay for it. So the thing is though, he's already said, I'll pay for it, but I'll do it in my own time. And she wants to hurry up and be together. And so she's like, I can make more money. So that's why I'm paying for it.
He knows that though.
Right. But it's still the principle of it. Like if there is an out, you have to take the out in order to prove the point. Take it. Say, okay, you pay for it.
I mean, I personally will take it, but I see what you're saying. So yeah, you know, so it's like they're all annoying, but they're drunk as fuck during this fight. Like this fight happens over the dumb FaceTime or whatever, and they are wasted. It's like really obnoxious to watch. You're like, if you were around them and watching this, you would absolutely just walk away. You'd be like, I can't. or you would sit comfortably away and just start filming. You know, it
Mhm.
depends on how much time you had on your hands. And then the next day,
They're kissing in bed,
yeah.
and she's like, "Don't put your hand there. I don't like it." Again, we're just like, Jesus. Um, so she's like, "I won't be the center of his entire world because I'm paying for the visa." So then they go
Mhm.
to dinner, and he tries to like do the manly thing by seat her, and she's like, "Don't push my chair in. I don't want my chair pushed in." And I'm just like, Jesus, Lord, have mercy. Like it is a lot. So uh they like he then goes to kiss her. She doesn't want the kisses because of the makeup. And then like it's a lot. It's a lot of drama and dramatics for them trying to I mean, when she's in London, she's mad at him. And then when she gets there, she's mad at him. Now maybe it's the way they're editing and she's got a really shitty edit and he is doing a lot of things that maybe she's asked him to stop doing and this is now the fifth time and so she's blown up at him. But I guess that's just not my way of communicating. So I don't know. I just leave. I don't I'm like, just get out of the situation if you don't like it.
Yeah. Well, that's basically what happens with them. Let's move on to new person and Tony and Nui. So new person, Nui. Now I'll just say this: when they said her name at first, I thought that he said Louis. It took me like a good 4 segments. I was like, oh, until they wrote down her name, I was like, oh, it's Nui. I thought he was just in a weird accent saying Louis. He's from Newcastle. He's 45. He describes himself as a nice, generous guy, a runner. He is a security for high net worth individuals like Liv Tyler, Kate Moss. He's done security for Naomi Campbell, Tom Cruise. He has like a picture with him and some dude that's like blacked out. And I felt like it was Tom Cruise because it was a smaller than him. He says he builds relationships. He loves to do it with A-listers. He also has like a personal hygiene thing where he loves looking exquisite. He likes face masks, and this all stems from him and his history being in the military and a somewhat obsession with order and perfectionism. And then I was just like, oh, I wonder if you like being tied up or you like to tie people up. Like, I wonder
Oof.
if, in my mind, I was like, you either are a huge dom or just to get rid of the other side of you, and you are just like, a little sissy boy. What do you think?
I well, I didn't go that way, but I do like the fact that he likes looking exquisite. Now, I love it when somebody is good at maintaining themselves, and if they
Mm-hmm.
like force that on their surroundings, it's a little difficult to meet somebody's needs of like what they think clean is.
Mm-hmm.
But the physical part of it, that's one of my criteria. I want you to be financially fit and I want
Mm-hmm.
you to take care of yourself. I want you to have good personal hygiene.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go if
No,
you
yeah.
can't reach your feet, you better go to the nail shop and let someone do it for you. Like you gotta do it. Like I for some reason have fell on a side of TikTok where people are asking people if they men are asking other men or women are asking men if they wash their feet, and you'd
Mhm.
be surprised how many do not.
Yeah, no, I think like every like 4 months, we learn something else. Like some people don't wash this, or some people don't use a washcloth, or some people don't use soap, or
They don't
what
do
some
their
people take.
legs.
Some people don't shower every 3 days. Like I don't know what the fuck people are doing all the time, but
Yeah.
um, I it's so funny because
I'll
my
never
dad,
forget that Ashton Kutcher and his and
yeah,
Mia Kunis don't wash their children. Children are the dirtiest beasts in the world.
I know now how important my like physical hygiene is to my mental health. Like in the sense, it's the first thing I do when I'm feeling like low is that I go down the checklist and make sure everything is at tip top shape. Like a little militant, like, well, what's happening with your hair? What's happening with your eyebrows? What's happening with your, like
Mhm.
skin? What's happening with, are you shaved? Are you, of course, showered? Like everything showered as much as possible. So, and now that I know him later, Tony's definitely, I feel like a dom for things that will happen later. But when we learn all the things about him, I was like, there's something else happening there. But he says a champagne lifestyle. He likes nice cars, watches, and he doesn't have to look at the bank to do so. He also likes to go to the med spa, honey, and get filler. Just gets that filler right in those cheeks, honey. Just like getting filler in those cheeky beakies,
Oh, that's what was going on. I had no idea.
Yeah, you had written down Botox, but the reason why I knew it wasn't Botox was the placement of it.
Yeah, I was like, is that okay, Botox?
Yeah, you wouldn't get Botox there.
Okay. Hmm.
Anyway, so then we do meet Nui. Nui is from Thailand, and she is his dream girl. I mean, he literally says it 1 billion times. The minute he saw her, honey, he was head over heels with her physical beauty. He loves that body, yada yada, and the brown hair. He just was like, she's physical perfection in every way. Have I said that she's physically perfect? She's physical perfection. Her beauty is too much. So he and her talk, and he agrees that he's going to send her some money for nails, and he loves that she says that he's handsome, and that she says that she loves him all the time, that he feels wanted by that. And yeah.
He like he just tells her he's gonna send her money for her nails.
Hmm.
And so to me, that says that not only is he doesn't care about his personal hygiene, he cares about her personal hygiene to the point where he'll pay for it, which is
Hmm.
my man. My man. I love it because I like to get my nails done and I like to do certain things to make me feel feminine and fresh and fab. And if a man recognizes that and
Yeah.
then goes, I would like to help you with that. Oh, please come into my body.
Yeah, no, it's well, you know what it is? It's because it's important to us. And so it's not just the language of love of the, well, here's a gift, which is the money. It's that he knows it's important, so there's a level of understanding and respect and for what we want and what we care for. So it's like a twofold thing. And the overall just protector provider vibe that's just like
Mm-hmm,
undeniably hot. So all of it
mm-hmm.
comes together in such a way. I would like it. It makes me upset that I haven't had it more, whatever, God bless. So we meet his sister Lisa. Now his sister Lisa lives close, but they don't see each other that much. She comes in with one of those like tight dresses where I'm like, is that one of those like fake tattoo type dresses? You know what I'm saying? Where it's like that a sleeve, but no, it's just like one of those, I don't know. And she has really beautiful eyes, honey. They have light eyes in that family. And she's like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, I have a thing to tell you. And she's like, what? And he's like, I met a girl and I'm probably going to like move. And she like is pissed, but she's pissed in a way where I'm like, you guys don't seem that close, like what is so hard for you to understand that he might want, like, something in his life, right? She just seems like she can't believe, and this is someone who's like been in the military, there's someone that's like does a hardcore job. She's just like, what? you know
Well, I think for me, I understand. It's one thing when you have a sibling who's never around because they're working.
Mhm.
But when they do come around, you guys have a fabulous time, and you wish they would come around more. But you understand that the work and the like position of power and money is not necessary for your family unit. Like
Okay.
there's when I think of my like family unit, one of us has to be doing well. Like one of us has to be doing well enough to pull the other out if something were to go on. That's part of like that unit. And so I get her being like, it's you already not here, and now you're thinking of just moving to Thailand. Like,
Mhm.
I think that it does speak to even if they don't see each other every day and like gab on the phone, kiki and whatnot, that's still her brother, and like the access to him is now completely is going to feel like it's cut off when before it was just limited. Now I
Mm.
do want to say that different cultures and different generations do the heart very different. I do this as an elder millennial. There are other kids who do something else that I'm unable to do. I don't understand how they do it. It's a weird thing. In Korea, the way they do heart is this. And it's because it actually resembles an actual heart in your body. And so Nui did this to him. And I was like, oh my God, I'm seeing it live and in action. Someone being like, oh my God, you love me. Heart.
Oh, yeah.
Heart. So it's like this is the body of the heart, and these are the like ventricle. These are the like artery, like like the things that go out of it. It's so great. I love knowing that. It's like when we first all got our iPhones and we found out that some of the things like this, the praying hands emoji, America saw it as praying hands emoji, but like legend has it that it's actually a high five. We didn't see it as a full community and culture. We
Hmm.
didn't see it as a high five. We saw it as
Yeah.
praying hands. So
Yeah.
it's just very interesting how like things like that are interpreted. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
the sister, yeah, so she's upset with that. She's like, I need you to really think about what you're talking about. You're 41 years old, you've never had a family, and you've never had anything nail you to the ground. So what you're talking about is moving to a foreign country where you don't speak the language, nor are you a person who learns languages or cares. You were in the military of this country. And so it already like instills a certain amount of like, look, I don't know what it is, but in the States, we would say, America, fuck yeah. Like, there's already a certain amount of patrioticness that comes with being in the military. But now you're going to move to Thailand and move away from everybody you've ever known and go be with somebody, and you don't know anything about her. You're a party boy, you're a bachelor. She has 2 kids, and you think you're just going to go over there and be a dad? Is that what you think?
He
That's
keeps
crazy.
telling everyone that she has 2 kids. Like, he tells his friend, he tells his sister, to the point where when the second time he brings it up, I was like, "Oh, he hates the fact that she has 2 kids."
Yeah, he really wishes she didn't.
Yeah, wishes to God is the one strike against her in his mind.
Which is like
Um,
crazy.
I know.
She is a beautiful little 41-year-old Spitfire. Like, I love her.
Yeah, he's like, I think 47, she's 41. And nothing about her is that she's really independent. Like, she has she has a beautiful home, she lives with her mom, she has a job. She did like he's paying for these nails because he wants to,
Yeah.
because he says later that he enjoys when women are financially dependent on him because it makes him feel like they are less likely to leave him.
God bless him.
Some would also say that's disgusting and, like, how dare he? And the
Oh.
answer
Yeah, they're
you
right.
some people would be very upset about that, and then your reaction was praying hands.
Yeah, mine is like high five.
High five. Your hands five. So yeah, again, she is newy. She's loves Muay Thai, loves, like, boxing. She's tiny,
Yeah.
tiny, tiny to watch her, like, box in the ring. I'm like, oh, don't hurt her. She's so tiny, like, she's a mom, and she has, again, 2 children. We don't quite understand or know backstory of like what happened to their dad or what that situation is. God bless.
But they are not like desperate Thai.
No.
It's like Violet and Riley. I love it when the foreigner doesn't need the American or doesn't
Yeah.
need the, European or whatever. I love it because it changes the dynamic of the conversation and it moves away from, do you think they're using you for the money? It's the same thing with John and Sprite. Sprite's like, I got a banging ass life in Bangkok.
That's why we call it Bangkok.
Nui is like, I got a banging ass life in Bangkok, or I don't know where she's from Bangkok, but she's Thailand. She's Thai as well. We have 2 Thai people on the show, and it's like I love that. It just removes that stupidity, like you think you're just using for the green card conversation, and it also just allows us to be able to see them as, at least me. It allows me to be able to just take away the money portion of it and talk about the love and what the issues are. Oh, did you see that there's a new show coming on TLC July 21st? It's called Forbidden Love.
No.
It sounds very stressful, Chris. It's about couples who marry outside of their religion. There's like a super religious Black man whose father like lays hands and puts prayer on people, and he's married to a Muslim woman. And then there is a there's other things. There's other couples, right? It's that like Jewish with Catholic. There's like all that, and it just looks like it's going to be stressful because it's literally Nicole and Mahmoud times 5.
I
Sounds
see what
very
you're
stressful.
saying.
Sounds
Yeah,
very
yeah,
stressful.
yeah.
I don't know how I got to that, but anyway, so it makes it so that their conversation or what they're talking about, it has nothing to do with the financial portion of it. She doesn't need him for money. He gives the money. It's great. It's like it's perfect. And she lives with her mother, and her mother, I mean, come on, sis. Come on camera. She's got her cute little hair. She got her cute little outfits on. She got her makeup on. She's camera ready. And I think that Nui's so cute with her little pigtails and her relationship with her daughter and helping her daughter do homework. It was just like very what we would consider in the Western world normal, everyday, like whatever. It's not like Mary and Brandon where she's like in the paddy fields trying to like help her grandpa move a bull. It's just like a different thing. And so it was
Yes.
just nice to see, so that weird dynamic isn't there. And so she's like, it's really hard to explain like the family dynamic. And so I think the plan is for her to move to Thailand, but I mean to move to the UK, because he was like, I don't he's rethinking moving to Thailand. He was gonna move to Thailand, and he's rethinking it and having her come to the UK to see how she would like it. But I just feel like I saw Thailand and I was like, don't go to UK.
Well, yeah, she obviously has the 2 kids. Now, he would have to give up his job. I don't know what he would do for money or stuff like that. So that was a little confusing. But at first he said that I thought that he would want to live in Thailand. He was like, of course, why wouldn't I? Like it's supposed to be really gorgeous. I'm not quite sure exactly what the situation is, but
The mom worries that she is just a holiday girlfriend. I said,
yeah,
what a great way to put that.
holiday girl. Holiday, just like
Hmm.
for a fun time, not a long time,
Hmm. Hmm.
which yeah, I get that. So let's move on to Sprite and John. Oh my god, I died. They met at the coziest, cutest restaurant. Like it was like they were like, John's like, "Oh, I just brought, my sister and Sprite, to this gorgeous country Thai restaurant with the most beautiful hanging flowers." I was just like, "What? Look at this place. It's called Rising Sun. It's the most like English looking cottagey cottage core. Look at the shingles on the fucking roof." I was just like dying. Look at the fucking flower. I was just like, "Take me there. Take me there right now." And so they order like some fresh cut cucumber at one point comes, and what looks like, I don't know, some sort of like curry later. And basically, okay, so John has a sister, and John's sister has like a very dignified accent. And by the way, John and John's sister have perfect teeth. Perfect, aligned, straight as an arrow teeth.
I didn't even notice.
I did. Anyway, so she comes in hot. She's like, "Look, I've been knowing some things, and the producers told me to ask you." So, Sprite, Sprite, what the fuck is up with you? Like hanging out with other guys in hotel rooms with my boo, and then Sprite is like, throws John under the bus. Is like, "Don't fucking talk about that when we should be talking about the real issue." This motherfucker
Mhm.
has been on the maps. And I've been like, "Delete those apps." And he's like, "I have." And then a couple months later, when I look at that motherfucker's phone, guess what there? Guess.
The
Apps.
applications are there.
Yes. Yes. They are. And I get mad, and you're like, "Oh, I'm just so no. I just downloaded it for funsies to play some game, just to look something up, and then I never went on." Like, what are you talking about? I
I
don't
feel
know.
like this is the brother. I mean, this is what's his name?
This is
Sprite.
Sprite.
Sprite's like, let me tell you what he did.
Yeah.
Like Sprite is like, actually.
Yes.
And then and then
How dare you come for me when
yeah,
the situation A, not me.
John is lying to you, and John is like, Sprite, I can't believe you're saying that. And she's like, what? He's like, what? The door, you opened the door, you gave her the key, she
Yep.
walked in. I'm just
Yeah.
meeting her at the front. You gave her the key, she walked in, I'm greeting her at the door.
Yes.
And I'm like, fair is fair. Fair
Yes.
is fair, because your sister shouldn't have said anything.
Nothing.
She shouldn't have said anything. And I know she said it because the producer told her to do it. But like now, Sprite has carte blanche to be able to say like what the tea is. Like, if you're going to talk about me, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but. And I love that for Sprite. I mean, they're both wrong, but like
I
it was
know.
like it was just like, that's, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. How you doing?
John has a drink, and John was given a drink with 2 straws, and when you just do that and you're just like, I keep putting it in my mouth, but you're just like over and over again. It's like, what happens? His sister could have dressed up a little more to be on camera. I'll just give her that. She's so young. You could have done a little more. So
She put it in a ponytail and went about her day.
they, basically go back, and they are like not talking but talking, and they kind of pouty talk on bed. about what had just happened, and they got more and more into the fact that, Sprite had seen the apps and it made him sad, and he didn't bring it up, but he was sad. He wanted to cry, and that John shouldn't have done it. And Sprite doesn't tell him why he's upset, but they have to build the trust again. And then John says the bitchiest thing John's ever said to Sprite. Sprite has been taking down John left and right. His cake's ugly. His clothes are horrible. I mean, literally, we were so mad for like one time that person calling him the word piggy. He straight out calls John fat with a hard F 4 times an episode. And then John looks at him straight in the fucking face and is like, your lips are dry. Bone dry. Are there some tumbleweeds on those lips? Them lips are dry.
Oh my God. It was, as a Black, it was so upsetting to me. Let me tell you, there in Minnesota, there are people who do not wear chapstick. And you would be shocked because we live in a place where it snows. And you would think that everybody would have their moisture game on lock, but they do not. And one time, okay, this is how much I think about dry lips, ashy lips, chapped lips.
A lot. You think about it a lot?
One time, I get a text message from Cash. I'm about to come into work.
14 times you talked about Cash this episode. Okay, go on.
She says,
your best friend.
Just a heads up. Jane's lips are really dry. And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, I was shocked when I saw them. So I don't want you to be shocked either. And we talked about that person ad nauseum and their dry ass, cracked ass, crusty ass lips. And we were like, you don't feel that? I am embarrassed when my lips are dry. Embarrassed. And to the point where I have some kind of lip gloss or chapstick in every bag and every room, including my own office. I have 2. I have one of these, which is a cuticle oil. I have a chapstick, and I have hand cream. I cannot be caught in these streets ashy in any way. And I said to myself, he doesn't understand the cultural and maybe social significance of dry ass chapped lips to call it out on national TV in that way. Now, I will say that Sprite did call him a stupid liar before. And like, you can't call me stupid nor a liar to my face without there being consequences. So I see why he felt comfortable saying that his lips were so dry. Not just dry, so dry. Because Sprite called him a stupid liar in front of his sister at dinner. So part of me was like, it hit me when he said, your lips are so dry. I was like,
is there a murder in here? There's a murder right there, honey. There's the body.
Back.
Yeah, no,
taken a fucking back.
Now they are. So
wait, tell me about your experience with dry lips. You've seen people with dry lips and you're just like, how are you living life?
Oh, I moisturize myself as much as possible, but nothing I moisturize on God's green earth more than my top lips, you know?
The top in my mind, what happened is I was like, what are your bottom lips? Oh,
I know.
Stop
anyway,
it.
No, but
I'm drinking a beverage. I'm drinking.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're upsetting me.
You know, it's so funny because obviously the beauty industry has gone through whatever like their things are. And obviously there was a moment a couple years ago when liquid lips were a thing where the mattest matte liquid lip was the thingiest thing. And we've gone in years where the shimmeriest shimmer gloss to now then a glow oil gloss and then, tinted lip balm. We've kind of gone through it all. The tinted lip balm is kind of like the clean girl aesthetic coming back where you just have like barely a thing.
No, I'm asking you, what is your experience?
I'm getting there. I'm so sorry. So Jesus. So right now I have 14 billion tinted lip balms because it feeds into my utter desire to have the moistest lips possible with my love of beautiful products, because there's one thing to have a big container, a big bag bomb, which, like gets the job done, but it's not pretty. And it's one finger going in one tub for 17 years. So you're like, I don't understand. That can't be great. It's another thing that's kind of has something to glide on. I like the ones that glide on. My favorites, like I have the henna one I like the OGEE, like they have like a crayon on Amazon, doesn't last long, but it's so fun to go on. I like this yuzu soap CBD lavender one right now, but all of the Dior bombs I use any sort of like tinted balm I can. Anyway.
Okay. So what I was asking is your experience with chapped lips in the wild. Like, do you often see people with chapped lips and you're like, damn.
Yes. I've had that happen before. Because I judge people all the time. And if you're talking to me, I'm staring at every part of you. I'm taking everything in. I'm like making little micro judgments, like a little Terminator, like a judgmental Terminator all the time. So if there's something as to be, and like, so teeth, like teeth, lips are something that you like easily look at. Like I look at teeth, eyebrows, eyes. Those are the first things I look at. So it's like face, I take in someone's face. And if you have fucked up teeth or your teeth are dirty, or you have something with your eyes, or weird eyebrows, or you have bad makeup, or you have
chapped lips,
it's all going to be within the first, I would say, 0.04 seconds that I register it. And the minute I register it, and if it's like inexcusable, I won't be able to like think of anything else. And so it will just be a race to get the conversation done, or it'll be a race for me to get you some fucking lip balm. Like if I can, like I'm not Mother Teresa, but I can, if there's like, hey, do they have some here? Like, like, have you, because honestly, sometimes it's like, get some olive oil and just rub it in, honey. What's available? If it's
you
not
can't
lip
feel
balm,
it. That's what I think. You don't feel it?
You talk.
You don't, this isn't
your
bothering
dead skin
you?
is in the ether. Every time you talk, a bunch of like dust comes up from your lips into your eyes.
Yes. That's exactly what I think. I can't. It's like, I'm so embarrassed. Like if somebody ever sees me like, it's because my lips are chapped and I don't want you to know. It's like, it literally is like being caught without any tampons. All right,
well,
you guys.
That's the end of the episode.
For joining us. If you would like to get the visuals of what you're listening to, please join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties for $10 a month. You get exclusive content like a live every first Monday of the month, plus other goodies. So if you're interested in that, please join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties for $10 a month. If you can't do that, though, Chris will tell you the ways that you can support us for free. Chris?
Well, if you want like more information about what kind of lip balms I'm using and all my favorite kinds of lip balms and lip products, you could go to our Instagram at DocuSweeties, where I never talk about this stuff. But anyway, just still go there and subscribe. Like all our posts, we're at DocuSweeties on Instagram, at DocuSweeties on TikTok, at DocuSweeties1 on X. We have a Facebook group, the DocuSweeties Podcast Facebook group. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, it's great opportunity right now. Try it right now. Let's do it. If you haven't given us 5 stars and a helpful review, consider that as part of your homework. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. We're giving you so much content. Feel the vibe, feel the love. We love you so much. Thank you.
Bye.